Hello, welcome to your Inventor tutorial. Today we are going to attempt a small modelling task that you guys are going to be able to adapt the skills from and hopefully 3D model a VR headset that you design. So let's take it away. You're going to use Inventor for this process. So when you're looking for it, you're looking for Autodesk Inventor Professional. I've got the two screens going on here, so if you're wondering why I'm looking away. Now, while that's loading, I might let you have a look at my drawing. It's a bit rough and ready, but I've made some estimates on some measurements that I'm going to need. And I've also broken my drawing up in, oh, there we go, Inventor's just loading here. I've broken my drawing up into a bit of a grid so that you can accurately pull these measurements when you're drawing. So we're going to start off with the glasses frame and then we'll look at these little side parts here. Okay, so on to Inventor. Now when you open Inventor, if this is the first time that you're ever modelling, what you'll find is that you won't have this big list of files in here. So these are all the parts that I've been working on recently. So once you've used it for the first time and saved, then you'll be able to locate your parts. Now just a note on saving, you cannot rely on an autosave. Please manually save your parts, okay? I'll only say it once. Probably not. All right, so it's important in Inventor to understand what a part and an assembly is. So the finished pair of glasses that we're modelling is made up of 3 parts. Now, if we want to be technical, it's only made up of 2 parts. There is the glasses frame and there are 2 times the side or earpiece. So there's going to be a duplicate of this part and there's going to be one of those. Okay, so together they make an assembly. So the finished pair of glasses would be referred to as an assembly. The ear or the handle, I don't know, is referred to as a part, and this is also referred to as a part. Okay, got that? So when we start in Inventor, we want to go new part. So we're going to model the parts individually. Now, Inventor does take a little while for the files to open and load, so please be patient. All right. Now, the other thing to be aware of in Inventor is that we start with 2-dimensional sketches and then we add the 3rd dimension by extruding. So you guys are going to start a new 2D sketch. And really, it doesn't matter which frame you pick because when we work in the assembly, we can correct it. But if you sort of have some awareness of what X, Y, or Z frame that the part that you're modelling would sit on, you can do that. So I'm going to do it on this XY plane for the glasses frame. And we're going to start with a rectangle. Now, what I'm looking at now, you can see over here that there are, the dimensions are currently in inches. So we do want to fix that. So before we do anything, we're going to go to Tools, Document Settings, Units, Length, Millimeter, Apply, and Close. Okay. And so now I'm going to go back to my Model tab. And we're already inside the sketch, so we're just going to go on the Sketch tab, click that rectangle again, and this time we're going to click and start dragging out. Now, instead of clicking a second time, I'm going to type in the measurements. So look to see which measurement has been, or which length has been highlighted in blue. So you can see on mine, it's this bottom line right here. So I'm going to type my width there, which is 130 millimeters. I'm going to press Tab, and now that will have instantly gone to the other measurement. And I'm going to type 50 and press Enter. Now, as you can see, we've sort of gone off the page here. So what often helps is just to click on this little cube, either press the home or press that front there, and it's going to just fit your drawing into the screen that you're looking at. So I find this a really useful navigation device. So we're now going to use the offset tool, and I'll just click my drawing over here to describe what we're going to start with modelling. So I think what we will do is we might start with these little tabs here, which is where we're going to have our intersecting parts. So this design is made for acrylic or ply. We're working with 3mm material, and so we're going to create little slots for that for these tabs to fit into. Alrighties, so back to Inventor. So we're going to use this offset tool, and the first line that I'm going to offset is this one here, checking how far we'll be offsetting. So we want to make sure that this is a strong enough piece of acrylic or ply to withstand, you know, a bit of movement, I suppose. And if there's 3mm material, so we know that that hole is 3mm, we want to leave probably around 3mm there on the side too. So this width here, I think we decided was going to be 10mm. So let's say that's going to be 3 and that's going to be 4 on the other side. Okay, so going back to Inventor, we're going to offset this line here by 10mm first. Okay. So to do that, I've clicked, so I've got my offset tool, I've clicked on the line that I want to offset, and I'm moving my cursor in the direction that I want the offset to occur. Okay, and now I'm going to press enter, and you can see there the dimensions going to appear. So you're going to want to type the dimension that you want, 10, and then press enter. Okay, we're now going to repeat the offset, and then again mouse in the direction that you want to go, or cursor in the direction, hit enter, and this one's going to be 3mm. Okay, now the material itself was 3mm, so you could offset this line here by 3 or this line here by 6. Okay, so click on the line, click in the direction that you want it to go, hit enter, and 6. There we go. Okie dokes. So we've created our little space where our little cutouts are going to go. Going to repeat the same process over here. So still on the offset tool. So click to the side, and we're going to start with our 10. So enter and 10, enter. Offset again. So this one to the side, hit enter, 3, press enter. And again, we're going to offset this one to the side, hit enter, 6, enter. Okie dokes. Let's go back to the drawing. So the next process that we need is we're going to set this height. So this one here has been drawn 5mm down from the top. We can see that the tab will be 5, then there'll be a gap of 5, and then another 5. Okay, so let's go back. So we're going to use the offset tool again, click on the top, click in the cursor in the direction that we want to offset, hit enter, and we're going to say 5. Okay, and so we could just repeat from that same line again. So we're going to click cursor in that direction, enter, 5. Okay, so there's our first tab. We have to repeat that process again. So hit enter and 5. There's the space, and then the same one in that direction, enter, 5. Beautiful. Alrighty, so we have our tabs now. The next thing that we're going to use is our trim. So we're going to hit that trim button, and we're going to trim away what we don't need here. So we're going to click on this, 1, 2. Now I'm just going to zoom in a little bit there. So we're just going to trim out these, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we don't need those top bars there, 1, 2, and we don't need those ones there. Okay, so just zooming out. Now with Inventor, wherever you place your cursor and then press zoom, that's where you're going to go. Okay, I'm just clicking out all of those lines that we don't need. Trim, trim, trim. I'll just bring that over here. Trim, 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 trim. Oh, 2 more to go. Trim, trim. Okay, so that was the trim tool there. Alrighties, so now we have, so we're going to pause our video there. And that was our first process of creating our cutouts. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to start a new video on the next step. So to finish up and save your file, you need to press Finish Sketch. Okay, it's a good idea to press Home. There's what you've drawn. If you want to look at the front of it, click that front side there. And we're going to go File, and we're going to Save. Now, it's really important that you've got a place, like an appropriate file destination. So I've got St Michael's 10 Design CAD, and I'm going to call this one Part 1 and give it a name, Glasses Frame. Okay, and you're going to hit Save. Okay, thanks for watching, and on to the next tutorial.